He is already. So today is part 3 class. Okay, part 3. And today is 5th of 6th, 2025. So we have to look at the subtopic which says that blessed in battles, okay? Blessed in battle, everything, okay? Okay. And we looked at entrepreneurs, strength, find strength in the struggle. Okay. Okay, perfect. So we have about 7 outlines. We've done 5. We are now finishing outlines. The first one is context for the concept. Number 2, presence versus performance. Okay. Number 3, we looked at the infant stage. The infant state, okay. From childhood to sonship. Okay. Number 5, we are looking at blessed in battle. So every battles you ever face was actually meant for blessing. So define it in a way that will empower you. Define everything to inspire you. And secondly, what is spiritual maturity? Okay, the last one, levels of spiritual maturity. So there are 3 levels of them I'll mention today. Okay, so I have today a little bit of revision for those joining us for the first time. So since we are talking to entrepreneurs, business people, investors, so what we normally do is that we always find a common ground where everybody can accept, and then we can start teaching from there. We can start giving us value, ideas, concepts, strategies, so they can survive in the marketplace. You can excel in the marketplace. You can prosper in the marketplace. Because every product you bring to the marketplace, either, of course, the services, you are supposed to excel because of the definition you give to yourself, the mindset, the knowledge behind the actions you are taking. So we start taking off from a common ground. We look at a case study of this gentleman called Joshua in Joshua 1. So we looked at it in concept. Okay, Joshua 1, 1 to 5. This was a case where Moses was no more. He could not find his corpse. God took the corpse, and God approached him and said, as I was with Moses, I will be with you. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. So stand up and take the actions for yourself. So he was now a young man who doesn't wait for miracles from God, because all the miracles that happens in the wilderness never happens in the promised land. All the pillar of course, cloud by the day and pillar of fire by the night, all the food manna from heaven, all the water from the rocks never happened. So because the miracles that happened in the wilderness was not needed promised land. So God wants us to grow beyond miracles, beyond just crying every time, beyond just waiting for God every time. And they have to use God's given potentials embedded in us to actually take action with the knowledge that we have to get the result that we truly desire. So this was a transitional leader, of course, in leading in transitional time, through transitional with transitional people through transitional time. So the position of this Joshua is a book between the 5 books of God's promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to the 12 books that actually define the position of the promises of God in the life of Israel to manifest. So they move from dreaming to doing, from talking to walking, from fantasy to the fact, from menu to meal. So this actually helped him to move from find his authority from territorial conquest, progress, and passion. What will make me and you succeed in today's world is because of our passion, because of our idea, because of the value we want to create. That will make us significant because of the content of your character. And that is why we have to define, talk about God's presence and performance. That most of us are waiting for God to perform those days, when then the word of God was just entering Africa. So we actually experienced some significant miracles from Reham Bonkin, a lot of people like that. So, but it's not happening like that. Doesn't mean that God is, His presence is not with us. His presence from performance. He said, there shall be no man that shall stand before thee all the days of their life. I will be with you as I was with Moses. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. So don't confuse God's presence with his performance. The presence of God is always with us, but God might refuse to function at a different dispensation with you. So he even told Joshua, the next generational signs and wonders will be that I will be with you, and there shall be no man that will stand before thee. That is why, even though 10,000 shall fall on the right hand side, 20,000 fall on the left side, none shall come near thee, because his presence is always with us. If God is for me and you, who can be against us? Of course, nobody. So working with the consciousness that God is always with me will help you to succeed and excel in business, in marriage, in any way you find yourself. And that will help you to focus more on yourself, to develop yourself to become the ultimate version of yourself. So God will not do the things for you that he already empowered you to do for yourself. I keep on telling you that he that has brain, sense is expected. A child that's afraid to fall will never walk. So all the miracles that happens in the wilderness was not needed in the promised land. Rather, they needed a different types of knowledge, a different type of information to overcome all the adversity and of course, anything that blocks their blessings or stop their progress. So all the walls of Jericho, all the Hittite, the Jebusite, they don't need, of course, the different type of miracles should happen. So that was lead us to move into the infant state. So at the infant state, God provided for them, because we always provide for children. God feed the children of Israel. God clothed them. God defended them at the instant state. Why? Because whenever they cry, of course, God shows up, because children cry for attention. Children cry to be fed. Children cry for everything. In fact, if you ask a child, what is the miracles? All the miracles happening to you. Say, anytime I cry, there's a food on my mouth. Anytime I cry, they will change my diaper. I messed myself up, they will clean up. So I wake up, the life of miracles is working in my life. Everything I want is provided for me. What is the key of your miracle? You say, I just cried. And when I cry, they provide for me. And it happened to the children of Israel too. In the book of Deuteronomy, of course, 6 from 26 to 6 to 8. 26. So he said something. They said that, and the Egyptian, even after, when they afflicted us and we and laid upon heavy burden on us, we cry unto the Lord our Father, and he heard our voice. Look on our affliction and our labor of our hand, and deliver us from the oppressed, and bring us out of the land of Egypt, and with his stretched arms, and with a terrible and great great signs and wonders. So each time they needed something, they just cry. Moses, we need food, manna come. Moses, we need water. Water come from the rock. Everything, just cry. But you think that every time you sit in a place of prayer as an entrepreneur, you should cry. No. Grow beyond crying. Start taking responsibility. So that was led us to differentiate between childhood and sonship. So we said that you give a child instruction, you give a son responsibility. Of course, how you know is that he said that unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, the Prince. So that means the government are always in the shoulder of sons, not children. So, and because even though you are heads, but if you are still a child, you are the same like a servant. You are going to be under the tutelage of governors of the people until you are grown to become a son. So you cannot put a government on the back of a baby. You cannot actually give a baby responsibility. So the difference between a child and a son is the responsibility of the handle. So a son handle responsibility. A child is under parental responsibility, and a son is a responsible adult, old enough to operate and manage his father's business. A child is a legal heir, but cannot access the inheritance until they are old enough to assume responsibility. God brought the children of Israel out of Egypt, but he has to bring sons into the promised land. So they have to pass through the wilderness journeys and develop their strength. And anybody that complain die in the wilderness. So you don't need to complain whatever happens to you. Whatever happens to you is to make you strong. Tell your neighbor, I am strong. That one is begging for recharge card. Say, I'm a success. Tell your neighbor, I'm a millionaire. God cannot put a government on the back of babies, only on the shoulder of son. You must grow into your promises, because nobody gives any responsible child responsibility. So a child, he has no responsibility. A son has a responsibility. So find a niche in the marketplace, take responsibility and solve it. So we stopped yesterday when we said blessed in battles. That means everything that you ever face beyond the breakthroughs, every new levels you want, every new breakthrough you want, there are new levels of skills, there are new levels of competence, there are new levels of information that you need to survive at that new level. So the goal is not the end. It's not the end of process. It's not the end of pressure. It's not the end of problem. Every goal is a new beginning. I always say that death is not the end of life. Death is a new beginning of a new life. So the truth is that promised land represents an opportunities. So all of us are presented with opportunities every day. And every opportunity is not the end of the process. Every opportunity is a responsibility to take acquire new knowledge, new information, and of course to assimilate those information to be able to apply them. That's when you're a wise person. I told you the other day that When I talk about a person acquiring knowledge, knowledge is simply means, of course, package information tailored to solve a problem. What did I say? So once you package information, tailoring it to solve a problem, tailored to solve a problem. That means you are actually gathering information. You are actually knowledgeable. So knowledge simply means gathering of information. That's what it means. And when I talk about understanding, because God always tells us, have knowledge, have understanding, have wisdom. Understanding, you can assimilate what you acquire. Because some of us cannot assimilate what we acquire. How you know that? Because they cannot explain to the next person. So when you talk about wisdom, it simply means to apply. Say not apply. Application of the correct information, not just applying the wrong one. Application of the information you have acquired, correct one, in sequential order to produce the desired outcomes and results you want. So as you acquire, as you break through, so when I have money, I'll have less problem. I like more money, more problem. In fact, if I used to think like you sometimes, or some people. God, one day I was saying, God, if I have 1 million naira, my life don't change. Did I get 1 million? My prayer point change 10 million. Did I get 10 million? Prayer point change 100 million. Here, my prayer point change 500 million. Yeah, 500 million. Now, say truly, money does not fulfill what it promises. The emptiness of money, you cannot even define it. Money is a bad master and is a loyal servant. I want money to be serving you. So there's a due level of, when I got there, I finally realized that money is a tool to help you fulfill purpose in life. Money is a tool, it's not the end. So the definition of things happens as we keep growing into the next level of breakthrough, abundance, financial, emotional. You know what about things when we marry? While I don't feel my life. Whereas we marry, now we know say, now we don't carry responsibility, we not supposed to carry, put for ourselves now. Before you know, picking don't come, 2 don't come, 3 don't come. Now we tell ourselves, say, boy, calm down. Because every new level comes with different responsibilities. Yes or yes? That's why you have to know that it's the beginning of a new battle. It's never the end. Every breakthrough you are praying for, every new levels you are praying for, it also comes with a new devil. You have to acquire new knowledge to overcome that devil. But devil is not our problem. Of course, knowledge is actually the problem. It did not say that my people perish for lack of devil, for more of devil, abundance. No, for lack of what? Knowledge. So there are always battles inside every blessing. Every blessing comes with battles. Every blessing. There's nothing you call. The day I buy a car, I think if I buy one, I buy it to my wife. Now, so you're going to do maintenance on the car. You pour oil, you check this one, you do car alignment, you do all those. You have to do maintenance. At that time, you have to put fuel. We love the luxury, we love the necessity, the movement, and we don't have to wait for anything. We go, we want to go, come, want to come, we like it, but everything comes with responsibility. Yes or yes? So you cannot be telling me, I did not know it's going to be like this. Wake up. The training is for you to wake up to reality that you are going to be strong enough, because hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Tell me, I am strong. Only strong men create good times. So you have to be strong, because being blessed requires new levels of spiritual maturity. Right? That's what we stopped yesterday. Yes or yes? Okay. Okay. Write this on your notes. Your breakthrough is not the end of the battle. Your every breakthrough experience, all the breakthroughs you experience is not the end of the battle. Any breakthrough is not the end of the battle. Because every breakthrough, either spiritually, emotionally, financially, economically, etc., are a new set of battles. All breakthroughs are not the end of the battles. All breakthroughs. Because every breakthrough, either spiritually, emotionally, financially, economically, etc., are a new set of battles. They are all new set of battles. Every breakthrough you ever see. You then become a governor, new set of battles. Local government chairman, set of battles. President, so they become a CEO of a company. Like me, I thought, if I have one company now, I'm going to employ, they go to work for me, my brother. New set of battles. So you start pursuing staff, a KPI, a system structure, now different battles. Okay, I say, I open another one. Open another company, the same thing. I don't get 5 companies and where they work. The kind messages where they enter my phone. Yes, the 5 companies give me money, that give me better money. But the fact is that each of them comes with different battles. You have to sacrifice something. Oh my God, I'm here. Yesterday, one of my business just came and said, okay, we need a new laptop. Laptop, kiniko. And I no plans to go buy a laptop now. 400 to 500, I will come out the money. Maybe so, new headache. So every breakthrough you ever experience are always, whether financially, spiritually, emotionally, you need all new set of battles. But you are blessed, and the battles, there are battles in every blessing. So there are battles in every blessing. Name them. Babies can't get the blessings, so you need to grow to enjoy the blessings. Babies can't get the blessing, so you need to grow to enjoy the blessing. I have a 7-year-old son. I keep repeating the same story. I cannot give my Mercedes Benz to my 7-year-old son, even though he's actually going to be safe or something. Of he has to grow first now. I told you how I was in a village over the weekend. So on my papa landed property he bought. He had to start using his hand now to share them. He cannot give it to me when I was a child, even though I was the original owner of the land. And now I have to go out to say, my son, this is the one. This is your own. This is your younger brother. Show all of us. So why? Because the man feel that I am old enough to take responsibility. After me, I don't come up from a house, go marry. Come day 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7, 8, 9 years. I no return back home. To return, give my papa say, see, and my wife do this. I know my father can't look me, say I don't grow. Now you come, they give me responsibility. In fact, the more you grow, the more the responsibility. Yes or yes? The thing is this: you cannot be telling me I'm having challenges. Challenges is part of the process. Failure is part of the process. Failure is not the opposite of success. So failure is part of success. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. So temporary defeat is not a permanent failure. That you do something did not work doesn't mean that you fail. It's an event. Everybody make mistakes. Mistakes makes you human being. Tell me, mistakes makes us human being. The only time, don't reinforce failure. Don't reinforce it. You do something right, learn. There's no good or bad experiences. They're all learning experiences. What else is called learning experiences. So babies can't get the blessings. You need to grow up to enjoy the blessings. Use this time to develop yourself, learn skills, learn courage, learn capacity, grow your character. Because once you get the opportunity, you come with a new set of battles in business, in marriage, in your community, anywhere you find yourself. So I would like you to write this on your notes. New levels is not just something that you go physically. New levels is not just something you go physically, financially. New level is not just something you go physically, financially, or circumstantially. Rather, it's something that you go in psychologically, spiritually, emotionally, and internally. New levels, whether you call it in marriage, in business, is not just something you go physically, financially, and circumstantially. You're not just going in out. No. Every new levels, rather, is something that you go psychologically, spiritually, emotionally, and internally. Every new levels. It's not something you just go there physically, financially, or circumstantially. It's something that you go in psychologically prepared, spiritually prepared, emotionally prepared, and internally. Because if you win the internal battle, you win the external battle. If you lose the internal battle at the level of imagination, in life, I told the businesses don't fail. People fail. People don't fail. They don't just know enough. The way to win the physical battles is to win the internal battles. If you're not a happy person emotionally, you can't give happiness. If you're hot internally, you will give hot. Hot people hurt others. Kind will give kindness. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So every new levels is not just something you go physically, financially, or circumstantially. It's something that you go psychologically, spiritually, emotionally, and internally. Because every new levels require you to deal with it internally. Why do people fail in life? Because they already sit down and accepted that failure. How did I say? They don't use their mouth to confess it. When we poor masses, things are hard with us. They use their mouth to confirm what they don't want. Never you say anything negative about yourself you don't want to become true. Tell your neighbor. Never you say anything negative about yourself. No, touch yourself. Say about myself. I don't want to become true. Don't say I'm poor. Don't say I have. Say I'm strong, healthy. Because see, we are all self-fulfilling prophecy. Whatever you focus on expands. Whatever you say about it will manifest. So the way God created man is that whatever man's want, man should sit down, use his mind, create it. The picture of your mind, have a clear picture. Use your mouth to confess it. The picture of your mind, the words of your mouth, and the actions you take. So you see, God wanted to win every battle. That's why He wants you to know that His presence is always with you. So leave His performance. The way He worked with Moses might not be the same way He works with you. So just have the assurances that He's present with you. Because when you have the assurances, you define every battle as a blessing to you. Because every battle is actually to make you strong. How then you will know you are strong without battles? How then you will know that you are strong without not facing challenges? If your strength fell in the days of adversity, that means you are a weak person. Life in the marketplace, we are sabotage, critics in the marketplace, people that will sabotage your effort, people that will say bad thing against you. Because when you want to become the top, you become the topic and the target. When you want to be ahead, you become the headline. Yes or yes? I'm telling you, because you prepare for the marketplace. We are bullies in the marketplace. We are people that they are saying, how we get here. So when you go there, you are going there because greater is it that way in you that he that is where in the world. So it's a psychological effect. It's a mental thinking that will attract those results to you. So let me show you something very interesting as we round up this section. I want to go to what I call what is spiritual maturity, so that you will know difference in spiritual maturity. That is outline number 6. What is spiritual maturity? Spiritual maturity is spiritual responsibility. That's what it means. Spiritual maturity is spiritual responsibility. So if you're not going to take responsibility about your spiritual, I'm going to give you some spiritual activities in case you think it's just church. No, going to church is called routine. It's called ritual. Tell me ritual. Ritual means routine. So routine, if you don't perform these spiritual activities I'm going to mention, that means you're not doing spiritual activities. Let me mention one of them. You will help me because I've done this in my class before. Number one spiritual activity is called meditation. What else is called? Meditation. Number 2 is called what? Prayer. Tell me prayer. Number 3 is called study. Tell me study. And number 4 is what? Visualization. Visualization. So number 5 is what? Thinking. Thinking is the spiritual activities. And you have to think and write. Number 6 is what? Gratitude. Yes. Spiritual activities. Gratitude. And it's a long. There's one glad idea. I mentioned about 15 or 20 of them. So if you're not doing any of these things, so study is a spiritual activity. Meditation is a spiritual activity. So it's not just I'm showing up. There's things that we do. That's why you need a thinking chair. They're not thinking chair. Almost all the wealthy men I met in Malaya have thinking chairs. Go to your house, get a table, get a chair, put a corner in your house, and that chair becomes a thinking chair, that thinking corner. Every day, sit down on that chair, at least 5 minutes. Think about yourself. Why am I here on earth? What am I purpose on earth? What am I calling? What am I assignment? What am I here to do? And divinely and deliberately sent to the earth as a solution to people, a solution to a nation. So what am I going to go? Because the more you think, the more clearer it is. Because thoughts are things. What did I say? Thoughts have presence. What did I say? The reason why a poor man is poor because of his poor thinking. It's called thinking pattern. That is why poverty starts in the mind, settles in the pocket. Wealth starts in the mind, settles in the pocket. So the more you spend time doing the poor habit, you will not have poverty in a habit, wealth in a habit, and a habit. One of the habits of a wealthy man is that we spend time thinking, we spend time writing. We write, we follow writing, spiritual activities. Number 7, writing. Writing. God writes. So if God created his image, why can't you write? Thinking is the hardest habit poor people don't do. That's why they complain, blame, justify. Ask a poor man, why are you poor? If people tell you that the economy is hard, nobody's helping me, nobody's giving me money, Tinubu is difficult, this and that. They blame every external factor, they don't blame themselves. That's why you see a poor man. That's why poverty is difficult to explain. What did I say? You don't want to support me again, you're angry with me. Tell your neighbor. Poverty is difficult to explain. Tell your neighbor. Poverty is bad. Tell no, money is good. I want money to work for you. Say amen. I tell you, money is a bad master and a loyal servant. I want money to be serving you. When money they serve you, they sweet. Money no they tire to work. I told you, when you save money, it's not the money you save that will save you. It's the money you invest that will save you. When you save money, put money to rest. When you invest, put money to work. The more you invest, the more money to work for you. And what I'm Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money when you sleep, you have to work for money for the rest of your life. Say, God forbid. So how will you have to change your thinking pattern, knowing that the presence of God is always with you. Every battle you face is actually meant to make you stronger. What doesn't kill you make you stronger. It doesn't mean to kill you. So most of us face challenges in life, and you feel that your own challenge is big pass. One day I told you, if I ask everybody to go back, bring their problems and keep challenges, make everybody go, make everybody run. Any while away you see carry. Some people they shout for that, say leave my problem alone, leave them alone. Because some people own big pass your own. Yes or yes. This is only you get wahala. I need to one in front. You get brain, get headache. So whatever you're passing through, define it in a way that will empower. You say empower. And inspire. You say inspire. Because all things actually work together for good. So spiritual maturity means you are taking spiritual responsibility for your life. You are meditating. You are designing your life. You are the architect of success in life. You are taking responsibility. You're not going to blame any factor. So how are we going to put this down? I'm going to show you 3 levels of spiritual maturity, and we call it today. So 3 levels of spiritual maturity. The last one, 3 levels of spiritual maturity. 3 levels of spiritual maturity. I need to clean this one because I need to write. So the first level of spiritual maturity is called little children. I'm going to show you how it's going to happen. Little children. How you know them is that they always say, do it for me. Do it for me. Do it for me. Do it for me. They want to cry to God. God, do everything for me. That's why they like miracles. God, miracle, manna should come from heaven. Manna is not coming. I told you. Look at all the scriptures. God never repeated any miracle twice. Turning water into wine now once. Pillar of cloud by the day, fire by the cloud by night, fire by day now once. Manna come from heaven now once. Water come from rock now once. Look at all the miracles he wants. You want me to be God of Elijah? What about your own God? Tell me, what about your own God? God of Moses, God of Elisha. You do get God. Say, I get God. Say, my God big, well. I told you, I don't know what God did. But after he formed man, he breathed something into man. Whatever he breathed into man came from God. Yes or yes? That means your God masterpiece, a piece of the master. Say, I am God's masterpiece. A piece of the master. So act like one now. Act like the boss. Stop acting like servants. Stop acting like a beggar. Everything are begging. I know that you pick up these things from the environment you grew up from. I told you, we're all programmed because we are all social creatures. We learn faster by observation. We are programmed in 3 dimensions. The things you see, the things you hear, and the experiences you have. So imagine waking up in the morning, seeing bad things, living in face my face, you, husband and wife, they fight every day. You think that this line are fighting and boxing every time. You hear bad things, we are poor, things are hard, and you experience poverty. She grew up thinking that life is hard. Life, no, her life is sweet. And her life is sweet. So the thing is that you don't like the result you have, you can change it. The power to change it lies in your hands. So how you change it is that you must also change the same thing. Start experiencing good things. Start hearing abundance, success, opportunities, knowledge. Be around where information is given, quality information. Because the quality of information you receive, the quality of knowledge you have, the quality of education you have, determine the quality of conversation you have. Because bad communication corrupts good manners. Yes or yes? Yes. You can change that information and then change your experience. That's why we give ourselves incident. Not because we like to travel, see, we want to spend money. Every rich man like to travel, even me. I like to go to Dubai, Abu Dhabi. Why? Because each time I travel, I see new incidents. I give my brain a new thing to think about. It's called neuroplasticity, giving your brain a new part of thought. So a new part of idea. It's just like, see, poor man when they travel. Poor man vacation at village. Say no village. Traveling is part of education. He had for poor man poverty. Nobody celebrates poverty in this life, no matter how big poverty is. Yes or yes? Yes. Don't arrive at that point. You call yourself we are poor. No. Poverty is a result. No result. Wealth is a result. A result. We live in a world of cause and effect. For every effect, there's a cause. For every cause, there's effect. So you don't like the result, change it. Change the picture of your mind. Nothing happens to you. So children always cry, do it for me. Do it for me. That's how you know a child. I'm going to give you something that you can think about. But let me just round up the 3 of them so you can take some notes and then call it a day. So number 3 level of spirituality is called young men. So now young men. Young men will always say, do it with me. Do it with me. Do it with me. With me, comma, through me. Through me. Do it with me, through me. They want to get involved. Do it with me, through me, in me. God wants to do it in me. And I want to make contribution and be part of it. I want to be part of the process of impact. And part and be in part. And be a part. A part of contribution and impact. A part of contribution and impact. Well, young men want to be part of it. They want to show you their strength. So young men, you see a young man, he will tell you, do it with me, through me, in me, and I will be part of the part of contribution and impact. They want to be part of the process. No young man wants to do things for them. How we know that we are young? That want to show our strength. That's how you know that we are young. We want to do everything. And my father called me and said, young man, now you're a married man. Any issue, I'll come and tell me. I don't want. I want to also figure out my own way. Yes or yes? I want to show my energy. Say, I want Buga. CB. Every young man wants to be part of making a contribution and impact. But you see people that say, I cannot do it, though. Do it for me. Bath me. Say, no, support. No, don't. Give me this, give me that. Give me. Now, children. Say, no, children. Every time, give me. The baby, they're not supposed to waste on the top. They made them go back, go take response, grow first. They don't grow. They don't want to be part of contribution and impact. They don't want. Children don't want. Then the last one is called father. Tell no father. We have little children, we have young men, we have fathers. Fathers, they always say, I will do it. I will do it for you. So you observe. Fathers want to. They're thinking about legacies and succession. Fathers are more obsessed about legacy and succession. So they want to do it for you so that you observe. So I will do it for you to observe. I will do it for you to observe and learn. To observe and learn. That's how you know fathers. Fathers are not interested in your result. They are not intimidated by the result. They are more care about succession plan. They are more obsessed about legacy. Fathers are more. They want to be sure that their discipline, their thought, their ethics, their philosophy is properly transferred to the next generation. Because the battle must be handed over to you. Our parents hand over battles to us. This is a relay race. We cannot disappoint our generation. We cannot disappoint our community. We cannot disappoint our nation. That's why we are creators. We must create value. So if we fail to create, we just deny our next generation the opportunity to grow as an entrepreneur, as investment, as investors, and of course as businessmen. So fathers are more interested to do it for you, to observe, to learn. Father going to observe, to learn. Then observe. I will prove to you that before God talk about, he put always fatherhood between a child and a son, because a child need a father to become a son. Children need mentors to become a son. Children need. So that's why. Let me prove it to you, so you understand that when we come about how you can have knowledge. Let me check my time. Okay, I have some time to discuss that. So I want to take. You can read it at home, but let me just give you something. To go John, First John 2. First John 2, 12 to 14. I'm not a pastor. You are looking at me like this. I'm not one. I'm just your business mentor, your entrepreneurial mentor. I'm your investment coach, but I like to talk about scriptures. But everybody agree. From there we can start talking. He says something. He said, I write to you, little children. The first thing he writes is what? Little children. That's the first thing he writes. He said, because your sins have been forgiven. And for his name's sake, I write to you, fathers. See, he put fathers before sons. He put little children. They say, write to you, fathers, because you have known him. That is from the beginning. In I write to you, say, young men. I'm going to tell you, say that why this John carefully, intentionally put fatherhood between a child and a son is because children need fathers to become sons, young men. Because these people, they compete themselves. They're going to do a competition. But a father doesn't care about your result, about your amount of money you have, the cars you have. Fathers are more interested about the legacy they want to create and leave behind. That time when a person don't become papa, then he say don't know, say, truly, I need to hand over something to someone before I leave. That's when you see those days, Abraham practiced very well. He liked to lay hands. Of course, one day Isaac wanted to bless his children. Of course, Esau and Jacob, he died for a food so he can bless. It's always a transfer of mandate, transfer of discipline, transfer of philosophy. That's you, as you waka, say as you go waka. Parents are more interested in legacy, eternal legacy. So he said, I write to you, young men, because he said something. They said, because you have overcome the wicked one. And he come back again and said, I write to you, children, because you have because you have known the fathers. And then Iran said, I write to you again, fathers, because you have known him from the beginning. And I went back to our young men and said, I write to you, young men, because you are strong, and the word of God abided in you, and you have overcome the wicked one. So the criteria to overcome in the marketplace is the word. That word you hit inside your heart, that you not sin against him. But it's not about sinning against God now. It's about you taking the position as in charge. Say, I'm in charge. I'm in charge. That's why you have to form your own, you incorporated. Have your vision statement, have a direction. I told you that if you don't sit down and dream about yourself and put a deadline on your, because dreams with deadlines are goals. They're not goals. If you don't have a goal for yourself, you are going nowhere. Tell your neighbor. If you don't have a goal, you are going nowhere. Tell your neighbor. You can never achieve a goal you never set. You cannot. So you have to set something by this time next month, by this time this thing. So you need to put strategic plan for direction. Because without direction, speed is useless without direction. Direction is useless without destination. So where are you going to? Where are you going to is very important. So children are always cared for. If you're a child, little children, they are being cared for. They are being taught. They are being fed. Little children write it down on your notes. Little children are obsessed with comfort. Little children are obsessed with comfort. And have one main prayer point, which is do it for me. Children are obsessed with comfort and have one main prayer point, which is do it for me. God of Elijah, send down fire, do it for me. I'm not a pastor. So, okay, stand up, take action. Live the way God worked with them at that dispensation. Now we do to in 21st century. That they don't use laptop, they don't use internet. Those days, but today we don't use internet. So you need to acquire new set of knowledge for you to experience new set of course, breakthrough. So children are obsessed with comfort and have one main prayer point, prayer request, which is what? do it for me. Only one prayer request. God, do it for me. That's why children are always excited with miracles. They like miracles. Everything about miracles, they like it. They don't want to sit down and see, you are the main miracle. Anywhere you go, it's supposed to miraculously happen to people after you are faithful and wonderfully made. So as an entrepreneur, all our products are miracles. Our phones, our gadgets, our clothing, everything is miracle. This is also a miracle. One man sit down about it and think of how to produce something, laptop, phone. In fact, when I was young, if you tell somebody that we used to go to Nitel at Jerry, call the bench to make call, the one we make call. In fact, the day they brought this cell phone, that was Nokia 3310. That was what to your village. One woman came and laughed and laughed. He said, "Oh, you don't deceive us. How they going to talk to a person? The way I know they hear them. We have to sit down with this woman and explain this woman. Because to her, this is a miracle. It's a miracle." One day, that time, there was this First Bank at Plaza. They just moved it to Accra Road, where they brought this ATM machine. One woman come observe us. They withdraw money. The woman look us. Everybody put card. They withdraw money. The woman laugh. Say, "Ah, they don't deceive us. A person there inside. They count money. They give us." So everything is a miracle. So we cannot fail the generation. We must produce value. Turn on value. Our values of products are miracles. Turn on miracles. So you cannot just come and pass through this wall as if God did not deposit. You might be born naked, though, but God deposits something in you. You're not born empty. Say, "I am not born empty." There are giftings, ideas, talents, all embedded in you. So you can see children, they like comfort. They like comfort. And they have one main prayer point, which is prayer request, which is do it for me. They want God to do everything for them. God to feed them like He fed the children of Israel in the wilderness, transport them. So they are supreme a child is supremely selfish, self-centered, self-seeking, and of course, extremely entitled for everything. So this is spiritually immature people that they want miracles, signs, and wonders. It excites them a lot. So why young men? Write it down on your note. Young men are always excited to do it themselves. Young men are always excited to do it themselves. They want to do everything by themselves. So they want to show their muscle. Young men are always excited. They're always excited about. Young men are always excited about doing it themselves. Full stop. Young men are always excited about doing it themselves. So they are not so much interested in three things. They are not so much interested in three things. Number one, what the church can do for them. They are not interested. They are not so much interested in three things. Number one, what the church can do for them. Number two, what God can do for them. And what others can do for them. They are more interested about what they can do for themselves. Young men are not so much interested. They are not so much interested about three things. What the church can do for them, they are not interested. What God can do for them, they are not interested. What others can do for them, they are not interested. They are not so much interested. They are more interested in what they can do for themselves. They want to discover that what God gives to them by learning and studying, develop it and deploy it to the marketplace. Because you must discover your skills, your competence, develop them. Discover your ideas, discover your giftings, develop them, and then deploy them in forms of creating enterprise, businesses, and taking actions. So the young men are not so much interested in three things. Number one, what church can do for them. Number two, what God can do for them. Number three, what others can do for them. They are not interested. They are more interested in what they can do for themselves. That's why I can see, even in church, even in family, even in business places. There are people in church that they go to church, they are crying. "Well, pastor, do this for me." Why people like us? I told you, I belong to only two departments in my church. I worship with RCCG. I belong to Excellent Men and Corporate Social Responsibility. I know they do. Because that's what now we just have about 20 of us. So whenever we want to do project, we'll contribute money. 100K, 200, 1 million, we'll not mind. We'll just share them. The main one, we'll just go to and say, as the Lord lays in your heart, whatever you give, support. Right? So we want to give. We are not interested to give. We are looking forward to contribute. We want to be part of people that make contribution. Turn on contribution. And impact. Turn on impact. We are looking for a way to make impact. Young men are not even interested. You saw people that are 40 years still crying. These are overgrown babies. They're not overgrown babies. That reminds me, today is my birthday. Say happy birthday. Happy birthday. Don't worry. I'm just 39 years old. Don't worry. By next year, I will turn 40. I will launch 4 books. I'll carry on and go. We'll do big party. Turn a party. I will celebrate. I will celebrate all of them. I will chop my money that day. Yes or yes? Yes. Drink my money that day. Yes or yes? I'll go to Champion Bureaus. Let them bring that their trailer, that their container. We drink. Come with rubber. Fetch. Go drink. Finish your future. Now it's how they do. I don't meet them now. Now it's how I wonder. They tell you my plans. I will put 2-3 truck. Come with rubber. Fetch enough. Go house. The day you drink and finish. You remember my name. Call my name. That's what I want to. I want to spoil you. Tell not spoil. Small, small, small. Not all the time small. Is it good or very good? So I never start yet. See, I've never started. So am I looking younger or older than my age? Which one? Don't worry, the opinion doesn't count. Chris Yakilimi say, if you talk about me, I don't know. You don't talk about me, I don't know. You know why? Because you're not important. So that's a good one. So young men are more interested in what they can do for themselves. They want to be part of the plan. They want to be used to solve problem. They want to make contribution. They want to make impact because they understand that money is a reward for solving a problem. Tell your money is a reward for solving a problem. Tell your money is a reward for making impact. Tell your money is a reward for being significant. Tell your money is a slave of value. They then understood that. I stopped looking for money. I don't know because I God give me money. I pray, I say, God, make me impact, make me a solution provider. God, use me as a vessel of honor to solve problems. Because I understand that the more problem I solve, for more people, the more money I make. You don't need to make money follows. It's a slave of value. It's not value. When you start thinking in terms of contribution, right now, you're not very important to round up to this class. This thing is plenty. Jesus, and 1 minute more. Okay, don't worry. Okay, let me just read this one. When you start thinking in terms of contribution and being used by God, when you start thinking in terms of contribution and being used by God to be part of God's master plan, when you start thinking in terms of contribution and being used by God as part of God's master plan, it indicates the fact that you are ready to take responsibility. When you start thinking in terms of contribution and being used by God in God's master plan to make impact, it indicates the fact that you are ready to take responsibility. Therefore, you are spiritually young. That's what it means. When you start thinking in terms of contribution and being used by God to make impact as part of God's master plan, then it indicates the fact that you are ready to take responsibility. Therefore, you are spiritually a young man. So, I want to just read through because I need to finish this class today. God, I have something else for you. You want to make things happen and the shoulder of responsibility to be upon your shoulder. Young men want to understand their giftings. If I write this one down, young men want to understand their giftings, calling, purpose. Young men want to understand. We want to know. Me, I want to know. Why am I here? Young men, they want to know. They want to understand their giftings, their purpose, their calling, their unction, their destiny, and why they are here to function. What their purpose here? Young men want to understand their giftings, ideas, destiny, purpose, assignment. They want to understand. Children don't understand. Then they cry. As I get 3 children, they don't want to understand. Say responsibility. They are just making demands upon demands. My daughter is 8 years and I don't buy laptop, buy keyboard. Yes, buy guitar. Last week he said that I want to play keyboard. I said, young girl, do grow up and start taking responsibility. I don't know what they're talking about. So the thing is that young men want to know about their assignment. They want to understand their giftings. They want to understand their destiny, their purpose on earth. So young men want to understand the kingdom and where they need to participate and make contribution. Young men is all about what they are called to do in God's master plan, what God wants to do through them, in them. And this is going to appeal to them because they have grown beyond childishness. So fatherhood, write this one down on your note. Fathers are obsessed with succession and legacy. Even though write anything to write this one down. Fathers are obsessed with succession and legacy. As an entrepreneur, we are more about who are we going to hand over our heads of company to. Who is going to take over my position as MD and CEO? Fathers are more obsessed with succession and what? Legacy. Fathers want to watch you take action. Father wants to watch you learn. Father wants to show you how it's been done. Father is excited that you are succeeding. If you don't have anybody in your life who is more interested in your success than your failure, you don't have a father. Fathers are more interested in your success. Fathers are more, they want a part of your success. They're not intimidated by your results. They are more happy that you are succeeding more than them. That is a father. Fathers are more interested to teach you, to educate you, to mentor you, to guide you so you can do better than they did. That is why you see them, you bring them to the world. You bring it to the world. Employees are more like children. Give me this job. Give me salary increment. They cry for everything. I've been working for a year. They don't pay me 500,000. They cry. These are all children. They're economically children. Economical, they are crying. Young men want to actually own businesses. They want to take responsibility. They want to own self-employed. But fathers want to be, they want to just make sure they put succession plan in their business to transfer that business to someone, because the essence of wealth is transfer. Tell not transfer. Apostle Paul put fathers between children and young men, because he understands that young men need fathers to turn to sons, young men. Without children, young men can, without fathers, children cannot grow to become young men. So because they will be in competition. So you need someone in your life that wants you to grow, that wants you to be bigger and better than them. Write it down your note. You need somebody in your life, in case you don't need, you don't learn anything today. Write this one so they go on. You need somebody in your life. You need somebody in your life that wants you to grow, become bigger and better than them. You don't need somebody that wants to bring you down. It's not you want to grow. They do what they call crap mentality. You need somebody in your life that wants you to grow, become better as an entrepreneur and bigger than them. You need somebody in your life that wants you to grow, become bigger and better than them. That's what you need now. So go and find somebody who is extremely successful in what he does and is interested in making you become more than him. That's the kind of person you need. You don't need somebody that is always taking, like children. Take. If you're a giver, know your limit. Takers have no limit. Tell your neighbor. If you're a giver, know your limit. Have no limit. You need someone in your life that will say, I want to show you everything I know so I can take it further than where I am. That's your spiritual fathers. That's spiritual mentors. That's people that want, that's more interested. So they're not intimidated by your success, their achievements. They're not intimidated by your rising. They don't feel smaller because you are getting bigger. They don't feel it. So, and I will end this class here. How do I do this? Okay, it means that only to stand between you and the promised land. The only standing between you and the promised land is not the devil. It's your lack of knowledge. So identify people that will assist you. My people are destroyed not from the abundance of devil, but the lack of knowledge. So your true Jordan is 5 things, and I will call it today. Write down your note. Number 1, assume responsibility for your future. Assume responsibility for your future. Don't leave your future to anybody. After all, who controls your source of income controls your life. Assume responsibility for your future. Don't carry your future to the government or your boss. They will give you little or nothing. Assume responsibility for your future. Number 2, grow your capacity to seize opportunities. Grow your capacity to seize opportunities. I keep telling you, poor is spelled P-O-O-R, which means passing over opportunity repeatedly. Why a man will pass opportunity that he never grow his capacity to seize opportunity? You can be there discussing contract of 50 billion naira, but you lack capacity to even open out to tell you I can do it. Because you know you cannot write an achievable workable plan. You didn't grow yourself. So number 1, assume responsibility for your future. Number 2, grow your capacity to seize every opportunity that appears in front of you. I don't like missing opportunities. That's why every time I learn. So when I see one, identify. Almost all the 5 days I own were all acts of opportunities I met. So I just seize opportunities. People say I'm lucky. No, I'm not lucky. I was prepared waiting for that opportunity. It's called luck. Preparation must be met. It shows preparation is the highest demonstration of faith. What did I say? Preparation, the highest. I know I will become commissioner in this state. I know if I will become a governor. But how do I need to? I need to grow my capacity. So when they need men, they will come and call me. So one day, the governor's son was looking for somebody to mentor him. So they're discussing. One of them said, "This young man, they don't know fund. They don't say fund." They say, "Who your fund?" In fact, they call me, so boy, they are looking for your government house. In fact, they come and pick me here. I go, I tell them, I mention my prayer with this boy for 1 month. I finally mentor the boy now for 1 month. They pay me. I tell them, I told them, when you need me, I'm going to double the money. Then the money is good. I went there, I talked to the boy. I talked to his mind, in brain, they reset. Then I said, we do factory setting. Factory setting. That's what we do. So my brother, so we know, say we didn't even further. So because we know, say tomorrow we go win 100 meters race, begin at the practice. We know, say we go win football, we go practice now. No, we win. Champions are not made on the ring. We made outside the ring. We only come to the ring to display our championship. Yes or yes? Yes. So you must grow your capacities opportunity. Number 3, engage the battle for the blessings. Every battle is for blessings. Engage in a battle, thinking blessing. Not you throw orange, you turn into orange juice. You bad mouth of, you turn them to staircase. We know say everything now for purpose. Engage the battle for the blessings. Number 4, second to the last. Although I will give you something to write. Let me just see how far I can take. Number 4, increase your ability to manage your new territory. Increase your ability to manage new territories. Increase your ability. How do you increase? By learning, by studying. Learning is a royal habit. It takes a king to study. Increase your ability to manage your new territory. 7 minutes past. No worry, we won't chop too much. The last one, but not the least. But I need to give you something to write to, like 1, 2, 3, 4, then we leave. Number 5, All your promises are on the other side of your decisions. All your promises are on the other side to decide to take responsibility. All your promises, all the things God promised you are on the other side of these decisions. These decisions to take responsibility, grow your capacity, engage in battles for the blessings, increase your ability to manage your, all your blessings are on the other side of these four things I mentioned above. Then lastly but not the least, I'll give you 4 affirmations and then we leave. 4 affirmations. So we just go straight to the point. Number 1, you have to write on your note, I am responsible for my success, significant and succession. Write it down. I am responsible. I am responsible for my success, significant and succession. Don't leave it for government. Don't leave it for them. Take charge. I am responsible. That is your affirmation. I'll give you 4 of them because of my time. I am responsible for my success, significant and succession. Number 2, I am building my capacity to seize new opportunities. I am building my capacity to seize new opportunities. Investment, treasury bills, bond, mutual fund, real estate. I am building my capacity to seize new opportunities. I am building my capacity to seize new opportunities. I am building my capacity to seize new opportunities. The second to the last one. Number 3, I am fighting to possess and protect my promises. I am fighting every day, learning, studying, and fighting to possess and protect my promises. I am fighting to possess and protect my promises. I am fighting to possess and protect my promises. The last one, but not the least. Number 3, I says, I am fighting to possess and protect my promises. Number 4, I am at all times in training for taking new territories. I am at all times in training for taking new territories. I wish I have the luxury of time. But my brother, my sister, time is never enough. Number 4, I says, I am at all times in training for taking new territories. I'm at all times in training for taking new territories. So you wake up with a different mindset. That's what will help you to always win all the battles as an entrepreneur. Your strengths are being developed, of course, when you are passing through struggling moments. Of course, those struggling moments is to make sure you develop your strength to withstand and face all the battles in your life, because you cannot live and run away. So that is the best we can take today. I really wish I have the luxury of time. We're already 10 minutes past 9. Okay, so forgive me for taking 10 minutes of your time, but this is the best we can take today. Online community, don't get involved in a business. It's a professional advice I'm telling you, without a mentor. Reason is because mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see far. Thank you so much. God bless you. That is the best we can take today. Have a wonderful day, and bye-bye for now. Okay, you have something for me? Would have taken opinion now before we do that one now. What do you have for me now? Must it be now? Okay, no problem. So when I need my mic, not now. Okay. This one, my people. Okay.
Please, while we sing, you join us in the song. 1, 2, go. Happy birthday to you.
I'm not like mic.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you.
Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Let me put this on well. And if I can't trumpet, but fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Without wasting much of our time, please. Happy birthday, Mr. President, sir.
Thank you.
On behalf of the entrepreneurs community of Wealth, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude
Okay.
to Mr. President.
Okay, thank you.
We say thank you. What do we say to me?
Thank you.
For being a father to us, for being a brother, for being a shepherd, for being a leader, for being a coach, and also being a mentor to us all. Your guidance and leadership have made a significant impact in our lives. Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Sir. May this special day bring you love,
Amen.
joy, peace, health, blessings, and every other thing you ever desire.
Thank you. Thank you. Sit down. God bless everybody. Sit down. Thank you so much. So, like I said, DJ, thank you. We will celebrate that later. I only planned big events next year, but for today we only have two small events by 2 o'clock, just for mastermind at office upstairs. So, and in the evening for my family, So we really wish we could do something very big, but this time around, I want to just make it as little as we can. But that is by the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. And officially 39 years old. I don't try small. So we don't chop 39 Christmas. Now small we they go now. So when I get to 40, I will launch 4 new books, put them on Amazon, put them on other social media, and then create more 4 new companies, create more jobs for 400 people. Is it good or very good? It work for us. So that is our plan. Then possibly buy my private jet, so that at least we stop, we will grow from here to somewhere. Yes or yes? We run a plan for that maybe today. So, and like our culture is, when I finish teaching, I like to get some feedback, because without feedback, without communication is not